As adults, we readily engage in mental simulation when choosing between options. This enables us to internally explore alternatives without incurring the potential costs of acting in reality. This work has investigated how children approach problems in which they are faced with a choice between multiple alternatives. The aim of this project is to examine developmental changes in the use of mental simulation when solving problems with multiple alternatives. To do this, we are testing 4 to 7-year-old children, and adults' data collection is ongoing, and we're using a vertical maze task programmed in PsychoPy. Participants see 18 unique mazes, and the aim of each maze is to get the ball from the top of the maze to the goal at the bottom by choosing which of 3 possible entrances to drop the ball into. These are 3 examples of the 18 mazes. So an effective way to solve this task is to simulate or imagine the path that the ball will take through the maze. In terms of our measures, for each trial we are measuring whether the choice is correct or incorrect, and also response latency, so the amount of time participants take prior to making that choice as a proxy for mental simulation. At the end of the task, we are trying to get at the strategy used by asking participants how they decided where to drop the ball. So preliminary data suggests that across age groups, the number of trials correct out of 18 increases significantly, and latency to choice, which is a proxy for mental simulation, decreases across age groups. In terms of strategy, the youngest children were generally unable to articulate the strategy they used. 6 to 7-year-olds frequently mention things like following the lines or imagining where the ball would go. And older participants, particularly adults, were most likely to report starting from the goal at the bottom and working up. So, interestingly, it seems that even the youngest children are considering alternative options prior to acting. They're spending the most time doing so, but this isn't necessarily translating into accurate choices. So it might be that young children are engaging in mental simulation, but perhaps their simulations are inaccurate, or perhaps they struggle to hold in mind and compare the outcomes of any simulations. To highlight one particular thing we plan to do in the future, we'd really like to do an eye tracking study to better understand the strategies used across development, and this will be particularly informative for the youngest children who are unable to articulate the strategies they're using verbally.